Okay, you guys, I want to go over some of the materials I'm gonna need. I'm getting ready to make a purse, and then the purse I'm making for my boss. Her birthday is tomorrow, and I wanted to make her a purse, and I wanted to make something real quick and real simple. I was gonna make it off camera and just sit in my bed and just crochet, but I decided to make a video because I don't want to waste no ideas. So I decided to come on here and show you guys how to make it. This is one of those purses that you can make. It's going to come together really, really fast. I only need a few little items. So this right here, I'm going to use this band. Ain't this cute? It just looks like granny squares, but you know, it's just little bitty granny squares on this strap. It's got all gold accessories, and then hardware, gold hardware. I'm using this from Hobby Lobby. It's just and it's only 71 yards, so you don't need very much. The purse will only take one of these things, and I got it at Hobby Lobby. My hardware will be this for my closure. I have these two things to hold this on, so I have two loops that go on either side of the purse. You'll need a number 5 hook, scissors, and this is optional. This is my own little tag. I'm going to put a tag on it. So this is all that you'll need to make this purse. So let's get started. Okay, you guys, on the back of this yarn, the recommended hook size is a size 10. A number 5 is pretty small to use with this thick of a yarn. It works just fine though, but I actually am using a smaller hook because I want my stitches to be tighter and I don't want any holes. I'm not putting a lining in this bag or anything. So I want my holes to be very, very small. So that's why I'm using a number 5 hook. Now I can say that this works out well, but sometimes you lose your stitches, keep slipping. So you have to pay attention when you're using it as well. But if you're not using a lining and you want your stitches to be tighter, then just go down on your hook. But just go down on your hook. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to chain 13. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the last one is 13. Okay, now with that 13, we're going to go back up this row using the second hook from using the second loop from the hook, go in here with a single crochet. Now, if you're a beginner and you want to use a stitch marker, this is where you would use your stitch marker. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn our work. Okay, now we're going to make a little bit of adjustment here, but pretty much the same stitch. Now, this is going to curl on you. It's okay if it curls on you. It will straighten itself out as we add our rows. This will straighten out. So don't worry about it. It will straighten out. When you reach the end of this row, you should have 12 single crochets. Now, we're going to continue on with single crochets. That's what makes this go by really, really fast. You're going to continue on with single crochets, but the only thing, we're going to only be going into the back loop. This is the back loop right here. See these two, this V? We're only going to be going in the back loop. But we're going to be going in the back loop with a single crochet. Okay, we are at this end right here. Chain 1 and turn your work. Straight it out to give you some time to work on it. Then you continue on in the back loop, single crochets. Especially my newbies, make sure you count. You should have the same 12 stitches all the way across, or whatever number of stitches you started with. You should have that all the way across. And if you count, you don't have to count every single row, but like every 3 rows, make sure you're still at 12. Especially if you decide not to use your stitch marker. If you decide not to use your stitch marker, then be sure to count. Then we come back here. And last stitch right here. All right. Chain 1 and turn your work. Okay, you guys, that is the pattern right there. back stitch, single crochet in the back stitch, taking it all the way up. We're making a very flat, long piece, and we're going to go up 30 rows. When you meet your 30 rows, you should have close to 17 inches. So I'm going to work my 17 inches up, and I will be back once I get to my 30th row, which would be 17 inches. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Hey guys, I do have a written pattern for this purse in my stand store. If you're interested, I will leave it in the description down below. You guys, if you are sitting here and you're watching me crochet, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, do all the things. Turn that notification bell on so you can be notified once I upload new videos. I really do appreciate you guys. That is the best way and the cheapest way and the most inexpensive way to support my channel. I do appreciate it. We have our long strip of single crochets in the back loop. So what we're going to do now, let's measure it and see what we got. So I have my measuring tape here, and I start right here at the top. And here we are at 17 inches. Yep, so we're at 17 inches exactly. Okay, and our row count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. 20 times 2 is 40. So we have 40 rows here in total. So now what we're going to do is to bring this up and close it off. So what we want to do is we're going to measure down 6. We're going to measure these humps is 2 there's 2 rows in each one of these humps right here. If you can't see it, how these humps, there's a roll on this side and a roll on this side. So I'm going to count by humps. So I'm going to go 1 hump, 2 hump, 3 humps. On this one right here, we're going to put a stitch marker. If I can get it in here. And then we're just going to come straight across right here and put another stitch marker. Okay, that's going to be our flap that goes over the top. So we're going to leave that alone for right now. We're going to bring this up to the stitch markers. And then we're going to crochet down each side, this side and down this side. And on this row right here, if you count the rows, you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 rows. So that means you need 16 stitches all the way down to here. It may even be 17 stitches, but from 16 to 17 stitches all the way down here to close this up. So how I'm going to do this, I put that stitch marker in there. I'm going to go right beside that stitch marker into that loop, and then I'm going to take my stitch marker out. You just want to make sure it's even with the other side. Let's grab this loop right here and pull it through. And then we're going to single crochet all the way down for 17. Did I say 17 rows? Yeah, 17 single crochets all the way down. And so you can just randomly put them in here. Try to glue them in here as easy as possible. And I'm only going through one loop. I'm not going through 2 loops just because I wanted to make sure it lays flat. So when I put my hook in, I just get 1 loop on that hook. Then when I come over here on this side, I just get 1 loop on that side. And then I pull it through because I don't want the stitches to be too thick. I want them to be kind of thin so it can fold in on itself pretty easily. What's going on? Why didn't it go through? There we go. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crochet this all the way down, and then I will be back once I've made it to the bottom, this part of the purse, and then we're going to do the other side. Okay, I got this all seamed up. Now, since I've got it seamed up, I'm going to take the rest of this yarn and go all the way around here just to make my ends look a little bit more cleaner. So that's what I'm getting ready to do now. And then we're going to have to turn this inside out. It's not going to be easy to turn this inside out, but it is possible. You just have to put a little force behind it, but it's easy to be done. So that's what we're going to get ready to do now. I'm going to go all the way around this, and then we're going to turn this inside out and start finishing it up, getting it finished up, the top of all the way around here. So going all the way around here, you should have 7 single crochets on this, and then right here you should have 12, and then on this side you should have another 7. And then after you weave it in so far, cut it off. And then take a lighter, a little piece of a lighter, and kind of burn it a little bit. And just stick it to that. Do that with all of your ends. Just weave it in as much as you can and then just burn it a little bit and make it stick to the other side of the yarn. I'm gonna do this one right here and I'll be back. We are done and all of our tails are weaved in. So now the challenge is to turn this inside out. Because this is some really thick yarn, it really takes a little bit of hand work to get this done, but it is possible. You just got to keep working it. It is definitely possible. And just keep working with it until you get it as even as you would like it to be. Okay, now is where I want it to be. And now let's start doing the accessories on it. So we're going to first start out with our closure pieces. These are fairly upfront, pretty easy to work with. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to count off 6 from the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And right here, this is my center. So then I'm going to place my closure right there on that center part. Then after it's on there, you take your bottom piece, this is your bottom piece, and put it back on. Just like that. Then you put that bottom piece, then you close it down. Find the center. Pull that back out. Should be the center part right there. And once you look inside of here, there's some prongs. There's a prong right there, and there's a prong. You just take it and close it. Push it all the way down as much as you can. Now we're going to put on. Okay, now we're going to put the other ring on. We're just going across this first top row right here. I'll put that on right there, then I'll just trace it and come over here on this side, and I will put my other ring right there. Okay, now both rings are on. We close this up. Okay, this is very simple. You just clamp it on to the hook, just like that. Come over here and do the same for this side. Clamp it onto the hook. I'll use a little screwdriver and tighten it on. Okay, you guys, I am done. Look at my little crochet purse. This is a nice crossbody, and it's a nice gift for someone that you are really not close to, like a boss. I mean, it took me 1 skein of yarn. This skein of yarn cost me $4.99, and this strap right here cost me $6.99, so $7. So $7 and $5, and that's what under $20 counting these little all my little accessories. It costs under $20 to make a simple purse, and this is all done in single crochets in the back loop, so it comes together really easy. It's one flat piece, fold it and sit. If you want to measure it, I'll put my cell phone in here. That's how I knew how tall to make it. This will be able to fit a cell phone as well as some little IDs and little credit cards and stuff like that. You don't have to line it or anything because I use a very small hook when I made it. So I use that number 5 hook, so all of my stitches are really close together, so she don't have to worry about losing anything. This is a really simple, beginner friendly crossbody purse. Don't forget, I do have a written pattern for this purse listed down below in the description. It'll take you right over to my stand store and you can pick up this beautiful pattern. Oh, if you like videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn that notification bell on so you can be notified once I upload new videos. Until next time, act, look, and think like a winner. The days you don't, dress it up. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.